Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Jeb here, and welcome to episode 3 of Let's Play Agrarian Skies 2. Before we start, I want to just say I hope everyone is having a fantastic day today, and if not, I hope this video could maybe enlighten your day. So, let's get started. You probably noticed right off the bat that things look a lot different around here. I did a lot of well, I wouldn't say a ton, but I did do a lot of expanding. And just a little bit of redecorating, and I also have added a couple new things. You probably see a couple different types of trees besides oak wood. The only explanation for that is I am kind of dumb sometimes, and I placed all my oak saplings in here without even realizing that I ran out. Like, I have no oak saplings. The only way to get oak saplings back is to have a mana pool where you can throw a dark oak sapling, which I have, and it makes an oak sapling. So not the best idea in the world. I advise if anyone's playing any type of skyblock or Agrarian Skies, keep some extra oak woods. It doesn't matter too much. It's still wood. It can still be used. But yeah, so let's get into today's episode. So last episode, when we left off, we were basically just doing a bunch of Tinker's tools. And yes, I do have a little bit of an upgrade here. But today I want to focus a lot more on machinery and maybe automating this and automating a lot more machines. So let's see what's new. What's new, first of all, is I do have a lot more resources than we left off. Last one, which you can see in both of these chests, did a lot of sifting and all that. Come over here. Of course, we got my grindstone. But I also invested into an Igneous extruder. I think that's igneous. Yeah, igneous extruder. Basically, the only reason I wanted this is just to obtain obsidian. I'll show how it works right now. We throw some water in there, and then we throw which we can actually refill these now that it's on my mind. We throw a bucket of lava in there, or however much lava you want in there. One bucket of lava, one bucket of water, which will give us one obsidian. And I've just been keeping that in here because eventually we do want to go to the nether to get that next tier of ores that we cannot get on, of course, skyblock, or this region that we're on. So today's episode, let's look at first of all, let's open up the quest book, see what all I have completed. I know I did a little bit of probably too much off-camera stuff. So let's go to Tinker's where we left off. And yes, I completed all these. And pretty much I completed all I can do until we get into this kind of stuff. And this kind of stuff. Molten obsidian. I can actually do this. Molten aluminate. We can actually do that first. But let's go ahead and get all of our rewards, because we actually have quite a bit of rewards. So let's go ahead into Tinker Toys. And we got some Invar for us. We got some silver. We got some obsidian, we got a diamond, and we got one shiny ingot, which is a platinum. And we're going to throw all of this cool stuff in here. Wrong chest. At least for you guys. All my ingots are going in here. And then we can go ahead and head into our next quest, because this is just, let's take a look at molten alumite. And that is made with not even like that's like a quarter of an iron, quarter of obsidian, and not even one aluminum, I believe. So let's do that. One iron, let's see, we're looking for aluminum, right? And that's aluminum brass. You should have a ton of aluminum. Yep. And I wonder if we it's probably not even worth it. Let's just go ahead and throw those in, and then we'll throw in a piece of obsidian, of course. Those should mix together and give us our alumite. These steel, yeah, we're still struggling on steel. I don't know why. We could go to the nether, but there is something wrong with the nether, or it's not wrong technically, but the only other way we can get this, I think, is just getting an induction smelter, which could be today and maybe could not. I don't know. And we can't make it, as you see. So these should be mixing in well. That obsidian is going to probably take a little bit of time to mix. Besides that, the next thing is exotic, and really these take a lot more than just, we need ender, molten shiny, tin, silver. So we have all these, but we do not have ender right now. The only way to do that is most likely is from a spawner, that we have mob spawner, which is probably going to be either the end of this episode or maybe just the beginning of next episode. I haven't decided completely yet. This is my attempt of trying to get us a squid, because I was trying to get some ink for, I think, the storage. If I look at Storage Wars, yeah, I think I was just trying to get some gray ink, because you says you can use squid. So I was trying to, oh, you can actually do honey drop, bone meal. Oh, you can do bone meal and pulverized charcoal. I think we actually have that. Let's try that. And then we should see, yep, aluminite. 3 nuggets, so we got to throw a lot more in there, I guess. Oh, I also have a power drive. Yeah, let me explain that before we go on to questing even more. Basically, is this the power drive? Right? Or am I just going crazy? Yeah, stone generator. That's what we created. Basically, the first step into creating RF, red flux, which is power in this mod. So, you just throw that in there, and it's going to start burning, and it can hold up to 40,000, but of course, we're going to redistribute it to other machines. And that's where we got this, which of course we just get coal from, and we can throw that coal in there. Cool. This is where it's going to help right here. This auto sifting and auto smashing. That's going to be crucial. And then also we got to take a look at the packager. Yep, here we go. Backpack. So I really did not have to turn all this wool into... That's fine. We're not even going to worry about it. Did not have to turn all that string into wool, but we did anyways. We'll throw that in there, and looking good. So there it is. We get a brown bag, so now we got 2 bags. Cool, and then we'll look into some other backpacks. That's it for now. I just want this because it's just a tier 1 bag, and I'm just going to throw like tools in it that I'm not using. It's going to save a little bit of storage for us, a little bit of inventory space. That's always good. And then we got our void bag. I wonder if you can put bag inside of a bag. Like, can we? No. That'd be pretty cool though, wouldn't it? Yeah, but of course they're not gonna let you do that because that just means you can stack stuff. We don't need a void bag on us, and we don't need another brown bag, so we're just gonna use our gray bag. Also, another thing, another quest we want to do, because you see all this cobblestone that I've got from our automatic cobblestone pickaxe generator, is I want to look into starting in a little bit of drawers. Just need 1 drawer really. Part of this, which is a simple storage. And chests are an efficient way to store items, but and very unorganized. Luckily, you have other options. With a bit of wood, you can craft better barrels. That's what we need, which is just wood, 1 slab, and 1 chest. So we actually need wood. So can we get 7 of you actually? Just come over here, pop in a chest, and we should have a better barrel. Boom. Quest complete. Nice. We'll just throw that stuff in there. This I'm just going to put up here for the time being, and we're going to put all of our cobblestone in it, and it should, as you see, let's go ahead and claim our reward as well. Structural MK1 oak planks. Don't know what that does. We'll slap it on there. So we can shift, we can right click on it. Well, first of all, let's put this in there. We can right click on it, and it locks it, I believe. Or shift right click. Yeah, it locks it. Left clicking puts items in. We can shift right click and it's gonna, or left click and it's gonna give us 1, or we can just left click and it gives us a stack. So at least we can keep a stack on us at all times. So let's look back into the quest book. Let's go back to learning to sky block, and we're gonna work on these 2 machines. But first, we already have this set up, and I think we have our sieve ready to, our automatic sieve ready to make. I kind of prepared in advance. I know I probably did a little bit too much off camera, but it's totally fine because I was having a good old time. So mossy repair, which we already have the moss stone, and now we just need a ball of moss, which is just all of our moss in the crafting table, like so. Ball of moss, nice. Should be quest complete. And we get a ball of moss. Mossy cobblestone is useful for several things. Making mossy cobblestone requires a barrel of water. Eventually the water will leak out and the moss. Okay, so we got our mossy cobblestone, and look at that, our slimy tree has grown. Don't know what we're gonna do with that yet, so we're just gonna keep it in there. We got our auto hammer. I went ahead and made that, but we also have to make our sieve before we get the place the hammer down. So the quest book knows that we made the hammer, because I really needed to get into these 2 items right here. So let's look at the automatic sieve. So you're probably getting very tired of right-clicking, ha ha ha, on the sieve. You may already have found attempting to use some form of block clicker to automate the sieve, only to find out that the jaded one is evil and has disabled that type of shenanigan. So now we're just going to be using RF for sieving. So we already have everything. We just got to throw it together. I think I actually need one more silk mesh. And 4 of U, right? 4 Invar, which I should have in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We already have those, so it goes like this. U in the middle. Maybe not. I think this is actually the recipe right here. And we got our automatic sieve. Nice. And that should be quest complete. And we have this one as well. So we get a nice loot chest. And for this one, we get 64 dust. Which, of course, we can throw in. So here is our power supply. Now we're going to throw our... Let's see how we want to do this. Do we want to move this? Is this in an awkward position? Or should we just go ahead and keep it here for the time being? We're going to keep it here for now. We're going to throw that next to it. So you should see RF has gone into it and now it's starting to cook and fill this up. Of course, we can throw our 64 pieces of dust in there and it's going to automatically sieve and give us everything out of it. And then we can also put this auto hammer next to here and we can throw cobblestone in here, which right now the sieve is taking all of the power. This is going to have to wait, I think, for the sieve to fill up and then this should get power. This is just going to auto hammer all of our cobblestone into gravel, and then we can go ahead and use that to, we can throw it back in to get sand or whatever we need, but honestly we would probably just sieve a bunch of gravel. And you see it's starting to get RF and it produces gravel like so. So we have a way easier process of getting ores. This is going to boost us tremendously in ores. And let's see what we get. We get a mundane power catalyst. It's used in alchemy. And then we get an average lengthening catalyst, which is also used in alchemy. Don't know what those these do. But we are going to hold on to them. So, next on the list, let's take a look. So we're done with those. We definitely want an auto processor. That's going to have a little bit of redstone, a little bit of, I think 3 of U. Definitely 3 of U, which we are starting to get low on, but hopefully by the end of all this, we should have enough. And then let's see what else. So we got an auto packager here. We need a crafting table, which is easy enough, and we're running low on wood because I literally have no wood. So there's the crafting table, and then what else? We need a redstone. We need 2 of these and a piece of gold. 2. Yes, we're literally using like all of our resources right now. So 1 of you. And what else? Here we can just look it up. Packager and auto packager. So these. I guess we need to grab more cobblestone for sure. Nice. And then we need to grab, what else? More wood, I guess? Are we like completely out of wood? This is not good. We are not looking good on wood right now. But we should be maybe able to survive. 1, 2, 3. Perfect amount. And then that should be everything. Are we missing our 4 pieces of U, I think. That should be the last thing. Yep, auto packager. Cool. Now, I do believe this needs RF. So, I'm just going to place it next to the generator. Or maybe it doesn't need RF. Let's see if it doesn't. Because that would be pretty cool. And we can just set it something like right here. 2x2, 3x3. 2x2 only. I think so, because everything we're going to be doing and throwing into a chest next to it is going to be 2x2. I believe. Let me get a couple pieces of tree so we can at least make a chest. So, as you see, doing a pretty good job. I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world. It's working on our iron. This is working on our gravel. If we keep that going, it's going to be looking real nice by the time we're done with this. So we can get a couple stacks on us and make sure that this thing is full like all the time. Not that thing. This thing. The hammerer. Make sure that's full all the time and we should be good to go. So, let's see how this machine works by making a crafting table. I'm sorry, not a crafting table, a chest, like so. I believe we throw you in there, and I think, honestly, we need to move this. Because this is not going to make ores. It's going to be meant for something else. So let's move you, like, over here. And then we'll throw a chest on the left, and then we need a nether chest on the right. And it should, if I think, it should package things. So, for example, do we have enough pieces? I don't even think we have enough pieces for... let's take, for example, you. I believe we throw this in. Oh, it does need power. Can we make red flux cables to go ahead and give our source of power? Actually, let's look at the quest book, because that's probably a quest. We got copper gear and dragon fruit saplings. Okay, that's pretty neat. We're gonna not use these right now. I'll keep that in there. I'll keep my copper gears over here. But this should explain to us about cables, I believe. Lumberjack is very useful too. That's something we definitely should invest in. Yeah, that's very easy. And so we're gonna cook up the stone for that, actually. And then we'll get into that next. But as for cables, let's see if it wants us to make these. So thermal transport. So fluid duct, item duct. Yes, we need those. I'm guessing power grid, maybe. Power transfer. Yeah, that's what we need. Leadstone fluid duct, but it's not even available for us yet. But that's what we need. So let's make that, because this thing needs power. I think this thing is only meant to go on the east. So if we like break this down, and then we throw this in. Yeah, so see, it plants and then it waits for this thing to grow. So that's cool. You'll see it like if we put some bone meal, if we have bone meal. Yes, we have bone meal. If we throw some bone meal on this, which we're probably going to need a lot more, obviously. I guess a ton more, because this doesn't want to work. You see, it grows the tree and then automatically starts chopping it down. And then it gathers the resources from it, which you should see in a second. See? Nice. The only thing is we're not getting more saplings, and we need more saplings. But we could go ahead and bone meal a lot of this. But it's gonna automatically do its thing, so I'm not too worried about it. And it is nighttime, so that's probably an issue of it not growing. So let's go ahead and take a look next in our quest book. And this should be, yeah, we got 3 ingots. Cool. And we got 3 of those. So that is quest complete for Tinker Tools. And then we'll take a look at what else we need to check into. Don't know what this stuff is used for. I'm guessing if we look at the book, the Tinker's book, the materials in you, it'll show us exactly what it's for. And I'm guessing it's just a stronger metal that we can make tools out of. So let's take a look. We got the stone chopper, good. And we get cooked salmon for that. It's already cooked for us. We don't even have to cook it at this point. So all of this stuff, this won't be bad. This just comes from sifting sand, which of course we can just throw in here. We got all our powders from here. But we're not going to be able to do anything with it quite yet. But we can go ahead and throw our gravel in there and then keep this going. We're just going to have to do something about this. We can look into some other power sources. That is something we definitely can do. The only other power source I can think of right now would be sun power. Of course, solar panels. If you don't have much fuel, you can generate tiny amounts of power from the sun. This only works if the block can see the sky and it's not cloudy, rainy, snowy, stormy, or nighttime. And we get redstone from it. So I say we definitely do this. Mirrors, that 1 redstone, which we can definitely do, which is glass and silver. So we got 3 silver. We're going to need a lot more glass, I believe. Which one did I throw the glass in? I don't know if that's enough glass, because I thought I grabbed 3 silver, but I guess not. We have enough glass. We just need to grab one more piece of silver, and then we should have this. We should have some solar panels that we can throw around this thing. Silver, boom, mirror. What else did it call for? Redstone. Do we have one piece of redstone? Sure, we have one, right? Yeah, 1 redstone. Nice. 1 redstone. 3 of you. Some of that. We get a solar panel. Of course, we can always add more. 2 only. This is showing 0 RF. But I think it's because it's putting into that. Now we see that we throw in the dust on the left. It packages it into dust. On the right, we take that dust and we throw it into here. And that's how we get our materials, our ores, and all our good stuff. So we can throw these guys in here. And I think that goes for any of these. So like we can literally throw anything that can compact, such as you, all of these. We can pretty much throw all in here. And it'll compact it for us if it can. And then we can throw the rest of you. You guys can't. So, and then it just starts packaging, as you guys can see from that. Awesome stuff. Awesome. Loving it. So let's see if we can get into a little bit of this. Let me see what it's called. Assembly line. Yes, assembly line. This should be able to get us into item ducts and all that cool stuff. So this is just copper, lead. So 2 copper, 1 lead. That is easy enough. I got that for you. Boom. Temperate fluid ducts. And then let's see what else we got. So that should be that. And then item ducts is 2 tin, 1 lead. So let's see. We got a ton of that. 1 lead. And where did our 10 go? 1, 2. Nice. That should be our item ducts. Yes, it is. That should be quest complete. Or no, we got more. So we got servos now. This is where it might get a little interesting because we don't have too many resources for this kind of stuff right now. Let's see. A servo is iron nuggets. Do we have any iron nuggets? No, we have indoor nuggets. So let's get an extra one of you and turn one of you into some nuggets. So that should be a servo. That should be that. We still need a filter, which is you. Let's see, a piece of paper, glass, and then iron nuggets again. So let's see, 2 more of you, and we're running low on iron, of course. But we have some iron sand, so let's go ahead and throw this iron sand in here. And that should be enough. Let's go and throw these those in there because we can just mix it all up and then make one block, make life easier. Let's see what else we need. So a filter, we need paper. That's right. Paper will come from sugarcane, which I do have at the moment. That is good. I think we only need 1 piece of paper, so we'll keep the other 2 in here just for the time being. So let's take a look at this filter. We got that, and I think, are we out of glass? Is that something we need to do? We got 15 glass. We're good on glass. We are good. So we're just waiting on this iron, which should be done. We can throw 9 in there, and that should be good to give us a block of iron, and we should be good to make these filters. And then what's next? Filter and then retriever. They all do different things. Of course, we can read it, but pretty much it's just going to be helping us with transferring of stuff. So there's our iron. So we can make our filter. Then we need to make a retriever, which shouldn't be too bad by itself. Ooh, retriever is going to hurt. That one hurt. You never want to see an Eye of Ender because the only thing of doing that is getting Ender Pearls, which we don't have right now. So let's throw those back, and then we'll throw these guys. So yeah, we're gonna have to hold off on that. We're just gonna keep them in here for the time being, and then we'll work on that after we make our mob spawner, which shouldn't be too much longer. I think by the end of this episode, we need to go ahead and do that. I'm gonna make it in between episodes, but we can read about it before we do that. And this is aluminum, so let's go ahead and throw that in there. Then we can throw our gold in there and get those cooking up. We can put molten lead on obsidian. That would be good. That would be useful. We could put a piece in there, and then we can melt up some molten lead. Then let's go ahead and get these out while that's cooking up. We can put molten lead on obsidian, and that's going to help us get some hardened glass for these item ducts, fluid ducts, because we want to make this automated. That would be nice. You don't want to sit here and watch me click 1,000 times to get all my ingots out. I don't think anyone would love to see that. I don't like doing it, so that's why we need to automate this as soon as possible. That should be the last of that. Our lead goes in. We pour that on top of that. And we should get hardened glass, right? Yes. Well, that is very useful to know. Let's go ahead and get some more of this stuff. We can do 2 more and we'll still have ingots, so I'm going to go ahead and use up all my obsidian. It only uses up half an ingot. There we go. Hardened fluid duct, which means we can throw you on here. Or maybe we need to take this off. Yes. And then can we make the hammer? We do need this tool right here, which is 110, 3 iron. 3 iron. Let's see, 110. We need this hammer for the main reason of making sure we're keeping on track. So boom, we pop that, and that should go into there. So you need a servo, which where do we put our servos? I think up here. Yeah, well, you need a servo on you. This guy's doing an okay job. So let's put a servo on this, and so it can pull out liquids. So we turn you on ignored, and you should pull out anything I put into you. That's going to pull out that. Then we need an item duct. So let's look at I think, can we use our temperate item duct? We're going to test this theory. Item duct temperate. I think this could work. Possibly not. So we put you to there, take that off, and then we put another servo on you and say ignore. And then so anything we put in, it should pull out. So let's test it. Let's see if we have automated this with some simple things. So we're going to throw a piece of copper in. How's this looking? Good, good. We can go ahead and do that, and then we'll just turn this into dust. Let's see. It should, if I'm correct, pull this out and automatically put it into this, and then that should pull that out, hopefully, and put it into this. So we'll have ingots in there. Hopefully, this is the plan. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work. This is kind of like my first time trying this, but just from a guess. So pulled it out in there, made an ingot. And it should, yep, it's putting it in. It is fully automated as of right now. All we got to do is throw that in there, and it legit does it on its own. So you don't have to watch me ever sit here and click ever again. Now, of course, we can turn this off and on if we need to pour into here, which isn't a huge deal at all. But that's awesome. Let's go ahead and sleep through the night and then see if there's anything else we need to do for this episode or not. I think we should be good. This is going to go ahead and get us a bunch of ores. You guys go in here. I'm going to use the coal to keep this thing going. And then you go over here. Cool. I'm very excited that that actually worked. Should we go ahead and get another chest? I say we go ahead and get another chest going. Maybe not right there. That's kind of looks uncomfortable to me. I guess I'm going to put it back here. I'm just trying to find the best place for this. I guess back here, and we're just going to throw all our like electronic stuff in it, which we can go grab the rest of it out of this over here because they don't belong over here. So that's looking good. I think that's going to be it for this episode. In between episodes, I'm going to try to sift out a bunch more stuff. Hopefully get a lot more redstone, and I'll take a look at what else we need. In between episodes, I'll probably also make a mob spawner. So let's go ahead before we end the episode here. Look at this. It's just basically talking about a mob spawner. It's going to give us an extra life, though, once we kill these guys. So we definitely want to do it. And it's going to give us a lot of ender pearls and hopefully a bunch of cool stuff. So let's read it. Mob parts are frequently needed for esoteric purposes as well as for eating. To get mobs, you will need to build a place for them to spawn. One typical basic mob tower is 27 blocks high, contains a hole in the center, and has water pushing the mobs down to their death. Some mobs, however, may need a higher prop. Walling off your mob spawn is not a bad idea. There are multiple ways to improve this type of farm and even automate it. It's on later. Later on, we can automate it. Okay, cool. That's definitely something we're going to look into. Another thing I was trying to find is the one thing that gives us, I think it's actually in here. It's in Skyfarm, isn't it? Yeah, we want a magnum torch. Can we make that? Because we can throw that up there while we're working and mobs aren't going to spawn. Let's see how hard it is to make a magnum torch. Or can we make it? Oh, yeah, we definitely can't make this right now. Potion of healing, potion. Yeah, that is tough. So we definitely want that reward. That is a very valuable reward and can be very useful, I guess. Oh, wow. We're getting emeralds from this and everything. We pull out this, oh, 2 emeralds or just 1? Pull out the stuff that we can't throw in there. We throw that in there. And this is going to go thrown back in there. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. Just because we don't really have time to do much more. But I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, a comment, a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Anything to let me know that you made it this far and enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.